yourself if I don't love you, okay?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Reality Recap. Don't forget to subscribe and give this episode a thumbs up before we get started. Trust me, you won't want to miss 1 second of what we have in store for you today. Amidst all the fiery drama between Mary and Mykelti, one Sister Wives star remains firmly in Mary's corner: Gwen Brown. Fans are convinced that Mykelti's surprise allegations against Mary created a profound rift between the family members. But to everyone's surprise, Gwen still keeps in touch with her ex-stepmother amid the whirlwind of scandal, wondering how she manages to do that. Stay tuned. Let's demystify what Mykelti himself said regarding Mary on social media. Famous for spilling jaw-dropping secrets, Mykelti spoke out in 2023 about the darker aspects of their family life. He blamed Mary for being verbally and emotionally abusive to all of them throughout their childhood. Although he didn't remember any physical abuse against himself, Mykelti alleged that the emotional abuse ceased only when they became adults. He even mentioned that his siblings called Mary the worst abuser, although he feels everyone within the family was adversely affected. But Mykelti's claims weren't left unanswered. Robyn Brown, another Sister Wives cast member, came back at Mykelti with a vengeance. Robyn conceded Mary was hardly nice, calling her abrasive, merely get started. In Robyn's estimation, Mary's abuse extended far beyond mean words. But then, as an unexpected twist, Robyn said he could never possibly hate Mary. He credited Robyn Kody, the family's fourth wife, with opening eyes in the family and suggested Robyn may have saved Mykelti's life. In spite of these unsettling allegations, Gwen Brown stays true to Mary. Just recently, Mary posted photographs of her journey in Boston, where she spoke at an event organized by celebrated motivational speaker Mel Robbins. Mary confessed on Instagram that even though she's accustomed to flying solo, the trip was strange, yet great. She said that her short vacation in Boston was just enough to fall deeply in love with the city, after covering more than 55,000 steps in 3 days. What actually got the attention of fans were Gwen's positive comments on Mary's posts. Gwen willingly complimented Mary's adventurous nature, manifesting overt support amidst the turmoil that befell the family. In reality, Gwen even publicly declared that she doesn't despise Mary, although she candidly admitted that Mary was intimidating when they grew up together. Gwen explained that Mary was indeed tactless and fearful at times, but never saw her physically abuse someone, except for the instance with Mykelti switching gears to another Sister Wives storyline. Let's talk about Christine Brown's new love interest, David Woolley. David recently appeared in a social media clip helping out around the house. But there's more to this than meets the eye. As Christine's husband since 2023, David isn't just a handyman. He's also known for his compassionate nature and a history of saving lives. Christine, who had been married to Kody Brown for more than 27 years before their divorce in 2021, wed David afterwards. David himself has a big family since he was married to his late wife Margaret for almost 20 years and has 8 children with her. Apart from owning a drywall company, David is filling the voids in Christine's life in many respects. In a recent video, David was moving a wreath from a door to the side of the house, but eagle-eyed viewers spotted something odd. There was a nest of eggs hidden within the wreath. Christine's voice warned, "Don't disturb the eggs," and viewers were left wondering, whose eggs are they and what will happen next? Keep watching, because this little detail could lead to more than you imagine. David and Christine had seen only 2 birds nest quietly earlier, just around Easter. However, with a large party scheduled at home over the weekend, they knew they would have to relocate the eggs from the front door, where there would be a constant stream of people coming and going. It was a considerate act to safeguard the small nest during the festivities. Tying in with their home, last November, Christine and David took Entertainment Tonight on an exclusive tour of their snug Utah home. The pair announced their relationship earlier in 2023, shortly after they bought the property. Christine reported the house to be cozy and welcoming, adding, "Every room in our house should feel welcoming. We want everyone who comes into our home to feel loved, like family." This is most definitely a home intended for warmth and unity. In their latest video, Christine and David focused on how much space is needed when hosting company, particularly in the kitchen. On their previous tour, they shared that having a spacious kitchen was high on their list. Christine explained, "We had to have a large counter area because cooking for so many demands it." David chimed in, "With a family as big as ours, we had to have more than one oven." Fortunately, their new home featured just that, and it was the ideal situation for hosting large parties. Behind the scenes of these tender moments, however, are tales of devotion, discord, and mending, common threads running through the intricate tapestry of this strange family. Rising up amidst family drama and private turmoil, a young woman recently hit the headlines for defending her former stepmother against a barrage of disturbing allegations that rocked the family to its core. This young woman's relationship with her stepmother remains unbroken, demonstrating that some bonds endure even in the face of the most extreme gales. This steadfast commitment is at direct odds with another family member's candid disclosures. Famous for her strident and sometimes inflammatory social media presence, she opened up to wrenching recollections of an emotionally and verbally abusive childhood. Though she couldn't remember physical abuse to herself, she painted a picture of a home filled with tension, where biting words and neglect hung over the lives of the children. It was only after they were older and beyond the direct control of their stepmother, she claimed, that the emotional anguish receded. She spoke of talking to siblings, who corroborated that she appeared to be the one who suffered most at their hands. Yet she sensed the whole family was tainted by the cold, biting environment once that pervaded their home. This frank revelation drew a raw portrait of their childhood, one of emotional woundings rather than physical scars. Joining the conversation, a brother offered a perspective on the family's tangled past. Eschewing any benign characterizations, he asserted that their stepmother's actions extended well beyond mere abrasiveness. The hurt, he asserted, was so deep-seated that words themselves became impotent to heal or convey. However, even in the midst of such unforgiving realities, he showed a remarkable emotional depth. Though he bore no malice against one of their father's other wives, he had a profound array of feelings regarding her. This woman, he indicated, was instrumental in assisting a number of family members in understanding their broken past, and might even have been the sisters' lifeline. The original accuser, a woman, surprisingly exhibited an excess of love and support for her former stepmother. The stepmother, meanwhile, quietly embarked on a private pilgrimage to move away from family drama and heal herself. In contrast to the tumultuous background of accusations and outrage, she posted recently on social media about her new life, an independent visit to a lively East Coast city that stole her heart. Even though she has been away alone before, this trip was particularly transformative, bringing her a liberating sense of joy and freedom far from her battles. What really caught attention was the sincere reaction of the young lady who had stood by her during thick and thin. She posted warm, uplifting comments on the posts, welcoming the stepmother's escapades and presenting that their friendship has still survived even after past disagreements and public scandals. This open communication showed an ongoing connection, proposing that even following bitter squabbles, certain relationships may withstand and heal. Looking back on childhood and on forgiveness, this young woman has not hesitated to speak on the hard portions of her childhood. She told of the ex-stepmother as a sometimes fearsome figure, admitting she sometimes feared her actions. Yet she explained physical abuse was not common, except for one occasion concerning her brother, who first brought accusations to light. Her view is a nuanced and balanced one of their collective past, recognizing pain and shortcomings, as well as growth and potential for reconciliation. She highlighted the significance of second chances in a family characterized by brokenness. At other times, the deepest expressions of love remain unseen in the ordinary course of life. But in these quiet moments there is displayed a profound concern that unites families, even as they pen new pages of hope and healing. Such as, in the case of a couple starting anew at Love and Life, they have discovered joy not merely with each other, but also in their surprising role as guardians of delicate new lives that are slowly taking shape around them. This tale revolves around a woman who spent most of her life in the public eye as a member of a high-profile reality TV family. Following years of complicated relationships and caring for a large family, she's discovered new love. Her new beau's kind heart and commitment go beyond familial bonds. They welcome the delicate beings sharing their home, representing a fresh beginning after years of flux. Having been the third wife of an influential family matriarch, her life had been one of personal challenges and public scrutiny as a mother and a grandmother. But after her long marriage was over, she encountered a man whose own life had its own troubles and strength. Their meeting lit a new page of hope. During her previous 20-plus-year marriage, she and her ex raised many children, many now parents themselves. Following the divorce, their lives took a dramatic turn. Enter her current husband, a kind-hearted man whose upbringing combined a love for family with a steady career in construction. He had been married to a devoted wife for nearly 2 decades until her passing, and together they raised a large family, a testament to their strong bond and commitment. Professionally, he's famous for operating a small building firm, down to earth and reliable, just like his character. After months of flowering romance, their choice to marry seemed like second nature to them after what has been a considered, planned relationship. They delight in constructing a home located in a quaint neighborhood that is renowned for its natural surroundings and serene environment. Something that appeared to be a mundane moment captured on social media was a heartfelt insight into their daily life. The husband was preoccupied with rearranging ornaments, getting the house ready for an incoming party that would invite many guests. But then, something surprising caught attention. A delicate wreath on the side door hid a small clutch of delicate eggs, well hidden among the leaves. The couple spoke with soft voices, a mixture of concern and delight at finding this delicate symbol of the persistence of life. The woman cautioned softly, "Don't touch the eggs," with deep regard for the new life developing quietly outside their door. The man teased jokingly that the eggs resembled those usually found during spring festivals, remembering how a while ago they saw small birds flying around the wreath, a subtle indication that a new household was growing right in front of their door. As the weekend of revelry loomed, they judiciously moved the fragile nest to a more secure, less traveled area, protecting the life within from the bustle of the bash. This intimate moment was a tiny but potent reminder of the couple's overall intention for their home, a place that is open and inviting, where loved ones and friends may come and go freely, unwind and bond. Months prior, following their relationship coming out, the duo treated a media publication to a tour of their new home in Utah. In a peaceful neighborhood with rolling hills and clean air, the house became an instant, warm haven. The home, said the woman, was intended to have each section speak welcome. "When you visit here," she said, "you're not a guest. You're family. Stay, relax, and chat with us." Their considerate style of entertaining was clear, particularly in the kitchen, which is the center of their home. A spacious countertop provides plenty of room for meal preparation for many guests, and the two ovens were a thoughtful decision to be able to host large gatherings with ease. As one, the couple's home perfectly captures their shared vision of hospitality, combining functionality with loving warmth. Their narrative is interwoven with strands of the past and present, of past relationships, development, and recovery. Her own existence as mother, grandmother, and ex-wife has been full of joys and challenges, both. His own journey of loss and survival introduced a steady and nurturing element to their union. They've merged their families and traditions into a new narrative infused with respect, empathy, and mutual love. While relocating a bird's nest may appear as a minor gesture, it is a wonderful representation of how they invest time and effort into their relationships and even ordinary day-to-day life, safeguarding delicate new life as they set preparations for a happy family celebration, demonstrates their utmost respect for nature as well as community. The celebration at home with them tomorrow is significant, not merely as a party, but as a sincere occasion to bond and make memories and rejoice in the love that holds their extended family unit together. The pair's devotion to family and unity is apparent in their plans for a large celebration that weekend, an event filled with anticipation intended to bring loved ones together to commemorate, bond, and have memories they can cherish forever. This celebration was not simply about having people over, it was a true reflection of their love for creating solid relationships and fostering an encouraging atmosphere. To them, family is more than biology. It's a web spun with care, experience, and kindness. Through the highs and lows of life, they've demonstrated how to keep the pressures in check while still holding on to the little miracles that continue to play out each day. Their patient concern for safeguarding the bird's nest and thoughtfully remodeling its decor reminds us all that every expression of love demands tender care and thoughtful attention. As their life goes on, so does the tale of family healing, forgiveness, and new traditions. Although the mother's and grandmother's roles are still central, having married her new husband has brought new dynamics and new ways of growing. They are taking the future they want, respecting the legacies they share. Their house is now a genuine gathering place, a place where stories are shared, laughter happens, and new pages are turned. From moving the tender nest of a vulnerable bird to opening their home for joyful celebrations, they personify the notion that family is a living, breathing entity, forged in love, respect, and the small but mighty acts of care for each other. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for regular updates. Catch you soon!